I'm ready when you're ready. Just turn my headphones up a little bit and we can go. Let's get it. North, west, south, east. Hey, call the state your name, you online with the G. North, west, south, east. Where you from? What's on your mind? What you know? What you think? North, west, south. Hey, it's all good on some things, but just agree to disagree. North, west, south, east. Oh yeah, you're in the circle with the chief with true speed. Hey, what's on your mind? Hey, let's talk about it. What's going down in your town? Hey, let's talk about it. Rep your city, state, and side when we talk about it. Truthfully speaking, it's where everybody talking about it. Yeah, we worldwide when they talk about us. Inspiring, changing lives when they talk about us. Special guests, open panel, all type of topics, changing information, free your mind, iron sharpen iron. Yeah, we online with the check-in. You better know we outside with the check-in. Man, we going worldwide with the check-in. Like, share, subscribe when the Chiefs about to check in. Yeah, it's going down. Check in. Sharing knowledge of the mind when we check in. Make sure you like, share, subscribe. You check in, hit the bell, get notified when the Chiefs about to check in. Yeah. This is how it's going down, man. This is the new wave of internet radio and podcasting. Yeah, truthfully speaking, Chief Cali. Yeah, check in. One time for your host checking in. Yeah, one and only Chief Cali.
Halito. What's happening, y'all? Chris, what's happening with you? Jasmine, what's happening? Wanda, what's up, Wanda? Check this out, y'all. If y'all can help me share this out, y'all know I normally don't even be asking. I don't normally even ask for things like that. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah, we can work on that. Let's work on it. You know what's up. Normally, I don't even ask, all the normal stuff, normal content creators, ask y'all. But today I will ask y'all to kind of share this out to as many of our people as we can. Before I get started, what I want to talk about, what I want to tell y'all is this live right here is motivation for me to really get to banging out season 2 of Ourstory. I'm gonna tell you, in a way, I'm kind of pissed, but in a way, I'm kind of happy. You feel what I'm saying about what I'm about to deal with in this live. In season 1 of Ourstory, one of the things that I told you that we have to explain to our children when we're telling them our story is pay attention to the geographical location. When you hear people telling the story about the American Indians, pay attention to the geographical location of the story being told, okay? And then ask yourself who was in those areas during that time. Was there a presence of these people there? Or was there a presence of these people there? Were there a presence of these people there? When you hear the story of the American Indian being told, Eli, what's happening with you? This is something we have to stay real basic with when we explain it to our children, okay? Start with the geographical location of the story being told, okay? That's very important. Again, the importance of telling our story is, as long as we allow other people to tell our story for us, they'll tell the story how they want to tell the story. And they'll insert themselves or they'll insert other people into your story. Appreciate that, sis. Thank you. Yeah, please share this one out. Because this has kind of got me pissed off a little bit. But on another hand, it has me kind of happy because I know our voices are being heard. I know we are waking up the people about who we are on this land. Okay? But we're going to have to go through the bad to get to the good. All right? We're going to have to go through the bad to get to the good. So that's what we're going to deal with in this episode of Our Story. Before we crank up, though, it's very important that we understand who we are. So with that being said, give me a second before we jump into this episode.
I'm born and raised in Goose, Florida. I'm born in Goose, raised in Liberty City, in the Poker Bean Project. I ain't never went to Africa, ain't thinking about going there. And I heard it's a beautiful place. Yeah, and I know it's the motherland, yes. But not my mother, not her mother, and not her mother's mother. That ain't their land. America, real true land is right here in the U.S.
Dirty South, Southeast, Midwest, my piece, up top, down deep, East Coast, Northeast, copper skin, gold teeth, good green, good eats, cornrows, roll neat, big mama, big chief, still here, ain't gone, told lies, lied on, done dirty, done wrong, Jim Crow shit, niggas ain't fold, our land, our home, leave where, ain't going, big bricks, up north, down south, red soil, real tears, real fears, card stack, cards hid, games played, snakes near, Coattail Pro, leaders got killed, shotguns, big house, red clay, big mounds, cornbread, being fed, red bones, dark brown.
You think she's pretty?
Well, I expect she's pretty enough, but me, I like a different kind of face.
What kind?
Kind of face you got, Bill. That Mandinka face.
Mandinka? What foodstuffs that you talking about that's African? I ain't no African.
Well, I'm Mandinka. We're proud people.
And I'm American. I was born here. My mammy and my daddy was born here. And my daddy's daddy. And I ain't no African.
This is for the trans I know, copper tone strong, all my folks. Prisoners of war, identity, change name, gon' land stone. This is for the home of the brave. This is for the land of the free. This is for them real Indians, past to the present, looking like me. This is for the trans I know, copper tone strong, all my folks. Prisoners of war, identity, change name, gon' land stone. This is for the home of the brave. This is for the land of the free. This is for them real landlords, past to the present, looking like me. Landlords, big and small, Seminoles, Chickasaws, Choctaws, Cherokees, all tribes in between. His story, been wrong, our story, getting told. No ships, no boats, been here, been home. TPs didn't own, out west didn't roam. Fried bread, hell no, soul food, that's gold. Raw truths unfold, our story rewrote, our land, our home, leave where, ain't going. This is for the tribes I know, copper tone strong, all my folks. Prisoners of war, identity, change name, gon' land stone. This is for the home of the brave. This is for the land of the free. This is for them real Indians, past to the present, looking like me. This is for the tribes I know, copper tone strong, all my folks. Prisoners of war, identity, change name, gon' land stone. This is for the home of the brave. This is for the land of the free. This is for them real landlords, past to the present, looking like me.
My mama can't tell me not one story about Africa. My grandma ain't never tell me one story about them motherfucking Africa. I don't know nothing about Africa. All I know is all the African people I know and run into, they think they better than us over here. Africa this, ain't there one of you motherfuckers trying to go back to Africa? Who trying to go back to Africa? Everybody come over here to America, talk about, cause back at home, cause back in my country, take your ass back to your country. I'm from America. They can't deport me. They can't come get me.
All right, so let's deal with some things that was said even in that song right there, right? One thing I said in that song was uh uh one thing that was very important. I mentioned the food of the land in that song. I mentioned the food that the people of this land eat, soul food. I said fried bread, hell no, soul food, that's gold. That's what the people of this land ate, right? And who were the people of the land who were reclassified? They were American Indians. They were indigenous people, copper colored people to this land. If you have a teenager, if you have a youngster who's interested in this information, or somebody, of our youth, I would ask that you actually have them sit down and watch this live right here, because this is who we need to be talking to, is our youth, is our children. And we have to make this easy enough for them to understand. There were things in that song that I strategically put into the song. Okay. Because I want to make it very simple, very easy for some of our youth to pick up, and it makes sense to them, right? There's a part where I say, there's a part in that song where I say, gosh, it's a part, but I say, out west didn't roam. Remember, I told y'all in season 1, when they're telling your story and they're putting other people's faces onto your story, think about the geographical location of those Indians that they are talking about. Think about those Indians in that area back then, and even in today's time. Think about those areas and ask yourself, were there any Native American looking people in those areas? That's why I specifically said out west didn't roam. Like, we wasn't there. Montana, Idaho, Iowa, them type places, Nebraska. Where was our people? We was down here in that deep south, the southeast. We migrated up to the Midwest. We migrated up the East Coast. We migrated into the Northeast. So when you hear stories being told about your people in those areas, yet you're seeing people that don't look like you faces put on your story, such as this. Such as this. Now, we have to make this make sense.
Headline from the New York Post: Unerasing Redskins history, one small defeat for America's woke Stalin. Remember, the name Redskin was deemed to be offensive by some people. So let's figure out what's going on. Okay, so just a quick overview of what's happening. There's an NFL team here in the United States called the Washington Commanders. They were formerly known as the Washington Redskins for about 80 years. Then some activists decided that the word Redskin was offensive because in the dictionary, Redskin was defined as an offensive term.
It's a dictionary-defined offensive racial epithet. You shouldn't be using that to sell a national sports team to America or to the...
I'm going to stop right there. I'm going to stop right there, and we're going to come back to this video, because I want to walk you guys through the episode we did on this from season 1. So this is going to make a lot of sense when I come back. And the reason I say some of this makes me mad is because they're still trying to put these people's names on our faces, on our story, okay? They're still trying to put these people's names on our stories, right? But these people were nowhere in this area. These people were nowhere. I'm sorry, y'all. Hold on. These people were nowhere in this area. Now, I just want to take the time, because you may have some of y'all may have some teenagers or some youth who never seen this episode. I want to walk through this episode because I feel like this episode was very important in season 1. As we dealt with people telling our story and us allowing other people to incorporate themselves into our story. We're talking about Washington, D.C. here. In the song, I said, out west didn't roam. Montana is a big place where you can find Native Americans. Montana. We don't hang out in Montana. We don't hang out there. So tell me, why would someone from Montana, why would we in D.C., which was nicknamed Chocolate City? It was nicknamed Chocolate City for a reason. Why would we care in D.C., Washington, D.C.? Why would we care what some Native Americans in Montana cared about our name in D.C.? Let me play the clip. I'm going to just play the episode, y'all, because I think we did a good job in the episode of breaking down where I'm going with this. Right now, I feel like I'm kind of upset a little bit, and I may not articulate myself how I, should articulate myself to get the point across. So I am going to play this episode, and we're going to walk through where I'm going with this, because after this, I'm going to show you the video. I'm going to show you the video of what's going on now down in D.C. about bringing that name back. So let's check this out.
Warning. For viewers sensitive to issues of race, be advised that the following piece contains gratuitous use of the N-word. And by N-word, I mean nigger. There, I said it.
Yeah, Indians, niggas, same thing.
This Chief Tally, man. I'm down here in Montgomery, Alabama, man. I wanted to ask these youngsters, right? Y'all know I'm doing a docu-series, Indian Civil Rights, 1968. I wanted to ask y'all, this is y'all neighborhood where y'all grew up at, right? This is where Dr. Martin Luther King marched and protested at, right? Was there any, growing up, was there any presence of Native American Indians in this area? No, right?
They just started getting whites over here.
Okay, that's kind of what I want. Exactly. Now I'm finna go, but I just want to ask y'all this: did y'all know the 1968 Civil Rights Movement was about Indian civil rights? Now I'm gonna ask y'all this: if you go pull up pictures of the Civil Rights Movement, I want y'all to tell me what those Indians in that Civil Rights Movement look like.
They don't look like us, though.
They look just like y'all.
They do.
They look just like your grandparents. They look just like your auntie. Us. You are the Indian. They told you come from Africa. They told us all that in school we come from Africa. All of us ain't come from Africa. We got grandmamas and aunties and stuff that'll tell you they from right here. Alabama. My roots is from Alabama, Bessemer. Our people came from here, southeast. We the real Indians. So that's what the docuseries is about, y'all.
You have African-American rappers saying N-word this and N-word that, but a Caucasian can't.
So say it.
Say what?
Say the word you want to say.
I'm not saying that I want to say it. I'm just saying that I can't.
Sure you can. Say it. Say it right now. I will say it with you.
Okay, this is hypocritical. You know we can't.
Sure you can. This is America. Both of you. Say it.
All right, I think we can move on.
Why? Why move on when you want to say it? Both of you want to say it.
Now check this out. I want to show y'all something real quick, okay, family? Watch this. I want to show you guys that I am actually on a link, okay? This link that I'm on is oed.com. Okay? OED.com. Oxford English Dictionary.com. Okay? Now keep in mind, I want you to understand this is no screenshot or anything. This is an actual link that you can go to, OED.com, and find this information. What I want to show you guys is I want you to understand how people described us on this land. I want you to understand how they describe the reclassified American Indian Negro on this land. So if you go to OED.com, we're going to see exactly how they describe the reclassified American Indian on this land of North America. Now, when we hear the term nigger, you never hear a Native American referred to as a nigger, okay? And I want y'all to keep that in mind, okay? Because they try to find their way to slip into our story any way they can, but you never hear a Native American referred to as a nigger. Anytime we hear the word nigger used, especially in the land of America, it usually refers to so-called African American people, better yet also known as the reclassified American Indian Negro of North America. Okay, it's never referring to white folks. It's never referring to Native Americans. So I'm telling you this because I want you to be able to distinguish a Native American from an American Indian. Okay, they try to slide into our story any way they can. Okay, so I want to show you we have to stop letting people insert themselves into our story however they want to insert themselves into our story. Now, I mean, let's look at it with the Walter Plecker thing. They already trying to even call themselves colored, right? Now, on paper, that would be true. They would be called colored if he reclassified everybody from either white to colored. So anything non-white would be colored. But let's keep it real. We know who the colored people of America is. Now, as we go into this, I want you to pay attention to what I am saying. I am saying here on this land of America, I'm not talking about any other land, okay? No other land. I'm talking about here on the land of America. We're going to take a look at who was referred to as niggers on this land of America. I keep stressing, I just have to really stress that I am only speaking about the land of America. So I don't want you to put any other land in your head as I'm showing you this. I don't want you to put Africa in your head, and I don't want you to put any other country in your head. We are only discussing the land of America, okay? And I want to stress that. I'm just trying to stress that, get you to understand that as we go into this definition. All right, so let's move on. Now, again, when we usually hear the term nigger, it is usually in reference to so-called black people, so-called African Americans, Negroes, colored people in the land of America. Okay, let's get that in mind. Okay, all right, we're not gonna play no games, so let's continue. Now, if we go to OED.com, the Oxford English Dictionary, and we scroll down to section 3, we will see the definition of the word nigger as it pertains to the land of America. Okay? We're going to see the definition as it pertains to the land of North America. Now, if we scroll down to section 3 in the Oxford English Dictionary, it will read, a nigger is a dark-skinned person of any origin in early U.S. use, usually with reference to American Indians. A dark-skinned person of any origin in early U.S. use, usually with reference to American Indians. Remember your elder in your family told you they were Indian? Remember we're looking into the 1968 Indian Civil Rights Act. And remember, your elders were called niggers during the Jim Crow, right? Not Native Americans. Native Americans aren't called niggers, nor are they dark. They're beige to yellow to Asian looking, Spanish looking, right? But the definition of the word nigger, as it refers to the land of America, states that it's a dark-skinned person of any origin in early U.S., usually with reference to American Indians. Now let's connect some dots here. Your elder and your family told you that they were Indian, right? Your elder and your family also told you how they were called niggers. Your elder and your family was out there in 1968 with Dr. King fighting for Indian civil rights, public Indian housing, the Indian Bill of Rights. I just want y'all to connect dots. Native Americans aren't referred to as niggers. White folks aren't referred to as niggers. Let's continue. So let's be clear. When we look up the term nigger, as it refers to the land of North America, it refers to American Indians, not Native American Indians, not circus Indians, not any other type of people other than American Indians. Well, let's ask ourselves, who were the American Indians? Remember, there was a group of people here on this land who called themselves Indian and were reclassified to Negro, to colored, to mulatto, to black, to African American. Remember that. There was a group of people here on this land who were reclassified, who were the American Indians. I don't know, maybe it was the people that your elders were walking with and fighting with in 68 for Indian civil rights. But you think you're African. Let's continue. This definition does not refer to the Asian looking Indians, the Mongolian looking Indians, the Siberian looking Indians, the circus Indians. It doesn't refer to them. It refers to a dark-skinned person of any origin in early U.S. use, usually with reference to American Indians. Your people knew who they were. And y'all will tell us, Grandma didn't know what she was talking about. Shame on y'all. Those people marching with Dr. King in 68 for Indian civil rights were definitely called niggers. So we want to focus on the land of America. We want to focus on what was going on over here on this land. We don't care about anything that was going on anybody else's land and how they may have referred to dark-skinned people on their land. We're concerned with the land of America. And as much as you may hate the term, a nigger referred to American Indians on the land of North America. Hate it or love it. Your feelings don't change the truth. Now, what I need y'all to understand is, with all the documentation of explorers that came here to this land, they all document that they ran into dark-skinned people, copper-colored people. The original term of an American referred to the copper-colored race of people found here by the Europeans. Not beige, not yellow, not Asian looking, not Spanish looking. They were a dark group of people here already. Are we connecting dots? Yes or no? Are we connecting dots? Yes or no? Are we going to continue to allow other people to tell our story for us? Are we going to continue to let people tell us that grandma didn't know who she was? Granddaddy didn't know who he was. Our people on this land didn't know who they were. I mean, it's up to you. You can believe you're from Africa. You're hustling backwards. I'll say that. Because see, at least here on the land, you know who your people are. Now they're sending you across the water to some place called Africa. And you don't know nobody over there. You have no clue who you come from over there. Good luck with that. So once again, when we look up the term nigger in the Oxford English Dictionary, and you can go to oed.com and look up the term nigger. And when it comes to the land of North America, if you scroll down to section 3, you will see who was referred to as niggers on this land. Oh, this is about to get good. Something's not making sense. The math ain't mathing. Let's continue.
You're not asking permission. We're going to tell our story, and you're going to listen. I'll try it.
They don't know our story. They don't know what we've been through, baby. They're all on the outside looking in. But we still gonna do what we want to. Touching conversations, a bunch of apologizing and explaining. But we live and we learn. Hey, I bet they ain't think that we would make it, but we overcame it. This shit ain't nothing to play with. Family over everything, still the same shit, and I wouldn't trade it for nothing. Nah, we've been through hell and back, but we're still standing on our team. Hey, you know how we do it, we go all in. Yeah, so bad about it. I went to trouble in paradise. Those and motherfuckers wanna hear about it. Let's be clear about it. We don't make decisions based on their opinions. We can't expect, nor can we make them see the vision, as long as we know the business. Cause they don't know our story. They don't know what we've been through, baby. They're all on the outside looking in. But we still gonna do what we want to. Never said it would be easy. But when you commit this shit, you gotta keep on fighting for who and what you believe in. Believe me. Cause I ain't going nowhere, baby. I'll be here till the end of time. Take no chances, I won't jeopardize. No, I won't. Cause true love only happens once. I know my past ain't pretty, yeah, but she still ride with me, yeah. You see, this ain't for everybody. I went to trouble in paradise. Those and motherfuckers wanna hear about it. Let's be clear about it. We don't make decisions based on their opinions. We can't expect, nor can we make them see the vision, as long as we know the business. Cause they don't know our story. They don't know what we've been through, baby. They're all on the outside looking in. But we still gonna do what we want to.
This is what we are faced with. And this is the reality. Now, when we come to Washington in this campaign, we are coming to get our check.
So check this out, family. I have to ask this question in this episode. Who's complaining? And why? Why? What are they complaining about? Why are they complaining? Let's see. Let's look into it. Why not?
Now, remember I told y'all, let's deal with the geographical location of these stories. When we hear the story being told of the American Indian, And then we look at the geographical location of the story, and these certain people were not in this area that we were in, or they didn't have a large presence in the area that we are in. Who's complaining? Who's complaining and why? So I'm going to let this play, and then we're going to get into the video that I started showing y'all earlier. Let's go.
In July 2020, amid the removal of many names and images as part of the George Floyd protests, a group of investors worth $620 billion wrote letters to major sponsors Nike, FedEx, and PepsiCo, encouraging pressure on the Redskins to change their name. FedEx.
Y'all. I want y'all to pay attention to the people. Look at these people. And think about DC. Just look at these people and think about DC. And ask yourself, who's complaining? And why are they complaining? Pay attention to what these people look like. Really, really pay attention to what they look like. Yeah, let's.
Of the George Floyd protests, a group of investors worth $620 billion wrote letters to major sponsors Nike, FedEx, and PepsiCo, encouraging pressure on the Redskins to change their name. FedEx called on the team to change its name on July 2nd, 2020, the same day Nike removed Redskins apparel from its website. On July 3rd, the league and the franchise announced that it will be undergoing a thorough review of the team name. On July 7th, it was acknowledged that the Redskins were not in contact with a group of Native Americans who petitioned the NFL to force a name change, and that the Redskins head coach Ron Rivera also stated the team wanted to continue honoring and supporting Native Americans and our military. The team initiated a review, which resulted in the decision to retire its name and logo, playing as the Washington football team pending adoption of a more permanent name. The team president, Jason Wright, announced on July 12, 2021, that the new name will not include any ties to Native Americans, including the name Warriors. Research having shown that anything other than a clean break with the past is a slippery slope. While the team expects fans to continue to
hold on, y'all. And I'm gonna get through this video. I'm gonna let y'all get through this video. But who are these people? Who are these people? Who are these people? Who are these people? And where are they at in DC? Where are these people at? With a large presence in Chocolate City. These people. Why do we care what they think in DC? Why do we care what people in Montana think about us in DC? Who are these people? And why do they have so much say-so on us in DC? Let's go.
While the team expects fans to continue to wear their jerseys with the former name and logo, Native American inspired headdresses or face paint will not be allowed in the stadium. You know what, tribe? Let me jump in here for a second. Even as I was editing this footage, something caught my eye. Let me show you what it was. I noticed one of the Native Americans in the crowd held up a sign that read, "My child is not a Redskin." And as I read that sign, I actually had to agree with that Native American. You're saying exactly what we've been saying. You guys are not Redskins. So how would this be offensive to you? Why would this be offensive to you if you're not a Redskin? I've been asking, Where's you guys copper at? Where's your brown skin? Because the more and more we look at it, you guys are looking very pale. Where is your copper? What's going on with that? So yes, I would agree with you. Your child isn't a redskin. But guess whose children are? See, in our community, just as much as we use cornbread, aka Indian bread, as a nickname, red is very, very much a name we also use as a nickname in our community. We say red skin, we say red bone, we call each other red. Many people in our community use the term red. So it's not offensive to us. It makes sense why the logo looks like a redskin person, because we're of the land. It would make sense why it doesn't look like you, and it would make sense why you might want to have that name and logo removed if you wanted to erase the real Indians of the land.
Yeah, you know, I gotta give a shout out to the Maroons, right? That's my favorite color. My seat right here behind me is maroon. Redskins. You see the complexion of that Indian? You see that red skin they got there? I mean, copper color, that Indian red that matches my hat complexion. The skin almost matches the maroon complexion. Yeah, yeah. Shout out to the maroon. Shout out to the American Maroons. See that? In the same time frame of me talking about it, look, I got the penny. Who matches hat? The penny matches the hat. And then I got the another penny. So I ain't being biased from the dark skinned penny to the one that got that shiny red undertone. And look, crazy enough, they match my skin, both of them at the same damn time. Both of them. Within my complexion, I have it from the dark to the red penny complexion. Look at that. You can see the mixture within my own complexion. Indian red, copper colored, indigenous people of the land. All tones reside within our situation. Look at this one, got a little fade on it. Look, it got like that. You know, so when people talk about the Indian red and the maroon, and why they got rid of the red skin, you see it literally what they didn't paint him as a pale skinned indigenous person, they would say. They're painting him as a copper color. And I don't know why they make it seem like all folk who got dark skin got automatically have to have nappy hair. Some of these people got, you know, long hair without getting perms. Gotta tap in with that. You feel me? So from the Aboriginal copper colored folk, as the 1828 dictionary states, of what the word American attributes to, copper colored. That copper colored is, you pass the penny test. I surely wouldn't. I mastered the bit completely on both sides of the spectrums.
Now, when it comes to those Native Americans and their complaining, it didn't just start with our sports teams, their names and their logos. It started with the Crayola. Yeah, I find it very funny that the same people who's all over social media complaining about indigenous erasure, it seems like the more we dig into these Native American Indians, it's actually them. They're the ones trying to erase every bit of the reclassified American Indian Negro. From the culture to our team logos, our team names, and yes, even the Crayola crayon box.
Yeah, Indians, niggas, same thing.
The Crayola colored chestnut was released in 1903 as a crayon. Its release name was Indian Red, which was changed in 1999. The name was changed because kids kept coloring the skin of Indian Americans this color, which wasn't really a skin color, but the color of a pigment popular in India. Wow. they changed the color Indian red in the crayon box to chestnut brown because the kids kept coloring the skin of American Indians Indian red, aka chestnut brown. Interesting. If that isn't indigenous erasure, I don't know what is. All this time, no one had any problem with Indian red until 1999, when technology is changing, age of information is entering, the World Wide Web is coming, people are able to dig a little deeper, give a little pushback, and now here comes the complaints. Crayolas, sports teams, indigenous erasure. Let that sink in for a second.
Well, I'll start first. Who said, Cube, why are you putting Native Americans in here? Why isn't this just for black people?
Well, black people are Native Americans. You know, we've had, you know, a lot of proof that, you know, some of us started here in this land. Everybody wasn't brought over from Africa. So, you know, we have to, like you say, unpack all of that and try to, you know, find the true lineage of people in this country, because some, you know, I used to tease family members who would say, you know, I got a little Indian in me. I would think they didn't want to be all the way black. But when I really do the research, a lot of them did have a little Indian in them. So, you know, it's one of those things where, you know, we want to be counted on all levels, not just, you know, through slave ships. Like I said, you know, we were here before Columbus. So a lot of us. And so we want to make sure that's included and not excluded.
What do you mean by America's my mama?
I don't know nothing else. I wasn't eating chitlins when I was in Africa. I wasn't eating watermelon when I was in Africa.
Hey, welcome to our land and our home, and we know it is America. Copper color complexion, we the world's most beautiful people. We loyal to the soil, autogenous. We indigenous, North American Indians. Yeah, we the aboriginals. We the vibe, we the cold, we the wave, we the heartbeat of the planet, the world, copies and pastes. We them Indians, they hate us, they try but they can't erase us. Except the fact that they just knock us, go back and just imitate us. We the bang, we the sound, we the drip, and we the culture. We done stood through the worst of everything. Yeah, we some soldiers, ain't no secrets about them plots and agendas made to destroy us. Still we stand on our sacred land. You better know it, I'm a read.
When it comes to the area of Washington, D.C., Washington, D.C. is one of the areas that the Native Americans protested the name of the football team of the Washington Redskins and the logo. And with success, because of no pushback or no presence of the reclassified American Indian to counter protest against them, they were successful in having the team name removed and also the logo. Now, here's something I think we should really take a look at. We should take a look at the fact that Washington, D.C. is called Chocolate City.
The Native Americans have never had a strong presence in this area, and for them to claim that the logo and the team's name is offensive, we have to dig into that claim, because that logo and that name fit the people of the land.
Now, let me jump in right here real quick, y'all. So let me say this. For a long time, people were able to tell these stories They've been telling these stories about these Indians and these Indians and these Indians and never was getting any pushback. They wasn't getting any pushback. And I want to show you how it is, how simple it is for when we don't use our voices to speak up, when we stand back and let people tell our story. If you pay attention to those protests, first of all, pay attention to what the people look like. They don't look like that logo. They don't look like the people of that area. And these people were able to come from somewhere else across country, stand in your neighborhood and claim that this is them. And there was no pushback from the real American Indians of the land. There was no pushback. But I want you to pay attention to how big the crowd was. How big was the protest? It was about 10 people out there protesting, and there was no American Indian Negro protest there to combat that. None at all. This is how easy it is for people to tell our story and insert themselves into our story because you don't know who you are, or you won't stand up and claim who you are, or you're steady calling you're more pro-black than you are pro-brown. You feel what I'm saying? So easily, you let these pale Indians, these so-called Indians, that logo is dark as hell. It matches what Chocolate City would be. It matches what you see today in DC. You don't see these Asian-looking, Spanish-looking Indians in TPs in DC. You don't see them. So why do we care what you feel about what you see on the logo in DC? Obviously, in DC, that logo looks like the people of that land, that area. That's why it was created to show the people, to show homage to the people of that area. Why do we care what some TP Indians from out west got to say about our team in DC and what it looks like? Same thing with the Cleveland Indians. I'm from Cleveland. I'm from there. We ain't got no natives with no TPs running around Cleveland, Ohio. They're nowhere to be found. Why is some TP Indians from out west coming and protesting in Cleveland about our logos? Now, pay attention. Pay attention to a lot. A lot of places are being regentrified and all of that. Of course, same thing with Atlanta. There are a bunch of white people moving in here too. We got spots in Cleveland, white people moving in too. So I get it. But let's just keep it real about these areas. There's no presence, no strong presence of these people. So how are they able to come from out west into our story, into the areas that our ancestors were protesting for Indian civil rights, and tell us, if you see them holding them signs, that logo looks nothing like the people that are protesting. But guess what? There was no pushback from us. No pushback. Guess what? That would have made the news. That would have woke up a lot of eyes. When you had some Negroes coming out there saying, hold on, this ain't y'all. My people, this is my people. Woo, woo, woo. We had none of that. And this is why it's important for us to tell our story. This is why we're doing the docuseries. We have to be able to show our children, give them the tools to fight. Because as long as their education system is still telling them that they come from some jungle across the water with no history, we wiped your history out, that's what our kids are going to believe, and they're going to continue to teach them that. This is the reason I make this docuseries so basic and so easy to understand. When the children want to get a little deeper, this is when they come to y'all channels and get even deeper. Because some of y'all can get real deep with the information, but some of y'all are over our children's head right now. You're over their heads. They don't understand about, some of the stuff, some of the depths y'all go to in y'all teaching. But guess what? We're going to be out of here in a minute. And what will we have left our children to fight this war? This is why I said, in a way, I'm upset that they're able to. Wait till I show y'all the video. Wait till after this. I'm gonna show y'all the video that I ran across today. It just was posted a day ago. We know it's us making the noise. That's what I'm proud of. That's what I'm proud of, because I know we're being heard. I know we are being heard. But yet we haven't come together yet. We haven't come together with the information. We're still fighting amongst each other. While they're still inserting themselves into our story. While we're fighting amongst each other, our children are not being taught. While we're coming online every day talking to the same Negroes, the same grown Negroes, and we're not helping our children understand this information, we're setting them up to lose. This is why I focus on the information for our children. In the song I did, I made it very simple. I said TPs didn't own, out west didn't roam. I want our children to understand our story took place over here. Your ancestors, that shit took place over here. I start the song off, Dirty South, Southeast. You see what I'm saying? I'm giving the children, when they hear this song, they know where we're going. Dirty South, Southeast, Midwest, my piece, up top, down deep, East Coast, Northeast. I'm taking our children somewhere. I'm taking them there. Dirty South, Southeast, Midwest, my piece, up top, down deep, East Coast, Northeast. I'm giving them the geographical location of these Indians that we're talking about. When you hear the story of the Indians and when your grandparents was talking about this stuff, they were in the Dirty South, Southeast, Midwest. I'm giving you the geographical location of your story. And then I come back later in the song and I say, TPs didn't own, out west didn't roam. Our story being told. I say fry bread, hell no. Soul food, now that's gold. I'm giving our children. We didn't own TPs. We didn't. That's not our story. In the song, I'm making it very simple. I'm making it very simple. I'm making it very simple, y'all. Just ride with me real quick. We're gonna go back to this. I'm making it very simple. I want our children to understand. I want them to understand it real simple.
Dirty South, Southeast, Midwest, my piece, up top, down deep, East Coast, Northeast, copper skin, gold teeth, good green, good eats, cornrows, roll neat, big mama, big chief, still here, ain't gone, told lies, lied on, done dirty, done wrong, Jim Crow shit, niggas ain't fold, our land, our home, leave where, ain't going, big bricks, up north, down south, red soil, real tears, real fears, cards stacked, cards hid, games played, snakes near, COINTELPRO pro leaders got killed, shotguns, big house, red clay, big mounds, cornbread, being fed, red bones, dark brown. This is for the tribes I know, copper tone strong, all my folks, Prisoners of war, identity change, name gon' lay in stone. This is for the home of the brave. This is for the land of the free. This is for them real Indians, past to the present, looking like me. This is for the tribes that know, copper tone strong, all my folks. Prisoners of war, identity change, name gon' lay in stone. This is for the home of the brave. This is for the land of the free. This is for them real landlords, past to the present, looking like me. Landlords, big and small, Seminoles, Chickasaws, Choctaws, Cherokees, all tribes in between. His story been wrong, our story getting told. No ships, no boats, been here, been home. TPs didn't own, out west didn't roam. Fried bread, hell no. Soul food, that's gold. Raw truths unfold, our story rewrote. Our land, our home, leave where? Ain't going. This is for the tribes I know, copper tone strong, all my folks. Prisoners of war, identity change, name gon' lay in stone. This is for the home of the brave. This is for the land of the free. This is for them real Indians, past to the present, looking like me. This is for the tribes I know, copper tone strong, all my folks. Prisoners of war, identity change, name gon' lay in stone. This is for the home of the brave. This is for the land of the free. This is for them real landlords, past to the present, looking like me.
Everything don't have to be hard. Everything don't have to be over our heads. Okay? We have children who have to understand. So how simple can it be for you to put it into a song that they're going to sing? This is going to be something they hear down the line. And they hear Dirty South, Southeast, Midwest, My Peach. They hear something very simple as TPs didn't own, fried bread, hell no, soul food, that's gold, cornbread. They're talking about the stuff from their culture. They're hearing this real simple in a song. Everything I mentioned in there is about them, is about our children. This is for the tribes I know. Copper tone strong. What's the definition of an American? They were copper people found here on the land. It doesn't say that they came from anywhere. It says they were already here. They were found here. This is for the tribe I know. Copper tone strong. Your ancestors, your grandmothers, them were copper tone strong. I say in the songs, I say you have to listen to what I'm feeding the babies. I'm feeding the babies, spoon feeding them. Landlords, you're the landlords of this land. Somebody's putting their face on your story. Landlords, big and small. Landlords, tribes. We have big tribes. We have small tribes. Landlords, big and small. Seminoles, Chickasaws, Choctaws, Cherokees, all tribes in between. There's millions of us. Different tribes, different clans. This is how we have to feed these babies. Feed them something. We can't always go over their heads. They're not going to listen. This is how we don't have nobody down there protesting against these folks. I want them to know who their people were. This is for the tribes I know. Copper tone strong, all my folks. Prisoners of war. Identity changed. Name gone, land stole. This is for the home of the brave. This is for the land of the free. This is for them real Indians, past to the present. From the past to the present. Looking like me. We don't look like them folks out west. That's not us. They not us. But they're inserting themselves into your story. Now, I'm not talking about the ones who we mingled with and you know, We understand we're talking about the colonizers. A lot of these people that were out there protesting were not Native Americans. They were white folks. It was white folks out there who are claiming these tribes of our people, who have taken over these tribes with the government of our people. That's who was out there protesting. They want to erase you. They want to erase your history. This is why I asked you to go get your children, go get your nephews, your youth in your house. Since nobody else will talk to them, I have to talk to them. I'm not the most scholarly person out here, but it's a reason my mind works very basic as it does. I heard one of our American Indian brothers, and this brother has been around putting in work for a long time, but I actually was disappointed in this brother when I seen this brother try to take a shot at me and my cousin for the fact that we take the children to the mounds, for the fact that we make information simple like this for the youth. The brother made a comment and said we were out here doing elementary field trips is what he called it. Well, brother, I'll take that. I'll take that. Because I don't see nobody else out here doing elementary field trips with these children. I did it 3 years straight. 3 years straight, and I still ain't seen nobody bring the babies out. I see everybody hooking up with their homeboys and their homegirls and, the same grown folks that they talk to every day. But I had babies at the genealogy events. I had the babies. I never excluded the babies, to the point that I didn't only just want to make it about education. I also wanted them to interact with other babies, other children from all over. So we created a whole community kickball game for these children, for ours, just for somebody that I respect. And I still respect this information, but you let me know how you feel about what we're doing. The brother called it a elementary school. Elementary school. He said elementary school field trips is what he called it. This is what we're dealing with, the hate amongst ourselves. This is why we didn't have nobody down there to protest against 10 people. I don't have all the answers. I don't know how to create everything. I'm just doing my part. I'm just doing my part. And I feel like we have no presence out there. But I do understand our voices are being heard. That's why they brought the name back to this team. But they still trying to play us, y'all. Y'all gonna see what I'm talking about. Y'all gonna see what I'm talking about. They still trying to play us, y'all.
Look into it. Now, with all of this protesting going on in our nation's capital of Washington, D.C., I think it's only right that we get a little background on the city of Washington, D.C., and also take a look into the type of people who are from the area. Washington, D.C. was called Chocolate City for a reason. In 1957, D.C. became the first large city in the United States to become majority Black, earning its moniker, Chocolate City. That shift was in part a function of an expanding Black population during the baby boom, but it was more of a function of whites moving out of the city. That probably means that there wasn't a lot of Native Americans in that area. So it would make sense that that logo looked like the people of the land. The name Redskin probably described the people of that area, the people of that land. So it would make sense. If I want to erase a people, I definitely want to get rid of those logos, the images. I definitely want to get rid of their name if possible. Seems like that's exactly what's going on in this situation here. So let's protest. Let's say this is racist. Let's get rid of these logos and names. See how this goes? And again, these are the same people who you'll find all over every social media platform complaining about indigenous erasure, when it's clear to see that they're definitely trying to erase the reclassified American Indian Negro of North America.
Now let me jump in right here real quick. Let me jump in right here. These people are the same people, these Native Americans are the same people that have for the longest been saying you are stealing their culture. And guess what? For a long time, nobody ever pushed back on that. Nobody ever challenged that. We never challenged those people out west in them TPs when they say we're stealing their culture. Well, then last season, I said, fuck that. We got to find out what is this culture that we're stealing. Because as far as I know, people copy us. People all over the world copy us. I don't know nobody making music on the radio that sounds like, no disrespect. No disrespect. I'm just saying, I don't know nobody around the world copying. I don't know it. No disrespect. No disrespect. I just don't know no homeboys and no homegirls that go in the studio and make songs that sound like, I don't know. No disrespect. So we ain't stealing that culture. All right? That culture, we're not stealing, okay? Now, when it comes to music, I went and looked this up because if you're telling me you're the people of the land, you're the real Indians of this land, you're the real indigenous people of the land, right? I figure you would have a genre of music that speaks to the people of this land, right? So I went to go look up what is the genre of music for Native Americans. And it said they don't have a genre of music. What? What? What do you mean they don't have a genre of music? Because if you're the real people of the land, what do you mean you don't have a genre of music? Right? So then I go look up, AKA so-called black people culture of the land, who live here on the land. And I go look up their music. And there's a long laundry list of music these folks created that gets copied around the world. Nobody's copying these so-called Indian, the TP Indians. Nobody's copying their music, but they say we're stealing their culture. Yet you can find them doing our R&B music. You can find them doing our rap music. You can find them walking like us, talking like us, acting like us. Yet they said we're stealing their culture. For a long time, they said these things, and there was never a pushback until now. And now we're asking, what is your culture? And when you start to dig into these people, they don't have a culture. Their culture comes from other lands. Their culture does not apply to us here. So much to the point that they don't even eat the food of the land. Fried bread, hell no. Soul food, let's go. Why don't they eat soul food? Cornbread is called Indian bread. Why don't those Indians eat soul food? But these Indians over here were eating soul food with the so-called pilgrims, they said. Well, what happened? Did we steal that too? Did we steal your soul food? I guess we stole your soul food too, huh? Because I'm trying to figure out how is y'all eating fry bread and tacos and nachos and coyopas and whatever else y'all eat over there. And we eat the food of the land. And other people eat the food of the land. Who's stealing whose culture here? These are the same people saying that we're erasing their culture. But now you have to challenge them on what is your culture? And let's see who's copying what around here. That's what we have to do. This will get ugly for them. We go to the Olympics in other countries, and I don't see y'all accepting no gold medals. It be us. It be us accepting those gold medals representing the land of America. We don't see y'all. We don't see y'all on the USA basketball team dunking on niggas around the world. We don't see y'all. We don't see y'all tearing shit up in the wars our grandparents fought in for the land. We didn't see y'all in the boycotts and the civil rights movement down here in the Southeast, Midwest, the Northeast. We didn't see y'all. We didn't see y'all in the riots when King got killed and we was tearing this motherfucker up. We don't know where you niggas was at. We've been cooking this food on the land. We've been making this food on the land. I can meet somebody in Georgia and meet a whole nother person on the West Coast who grandmama cooked the same soul food and they ain't never met each other. All over this land, we speak different dialects. We speak different dialects. Why do y'all sound the same? All y'all tribes sound the same. All y'all on them, y'all shit sound alike. Y'all music sound alike. Y'all songs sound alike. Why do y'all sound the same? All over this land, in different parts of the land, we speak different. Saying the same shit. We just say it different. Why do y'all talk the same? You see what I'm saying? This is what happens when you start to push back on these stories being told, and these people continuing to put their faces on your story. So as of today, we're down in DC. We're dealing with DC right now. We're dealing with DC right now. And I ain't gonna say there was no Native Americans down there. I'm just gonna say it wasn't a large enough presence for them to be calling those shots in DC. It wasn't a large enough presence for them down there. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. Let's get through this.
Yeah, Indians, niggas, same thing.
I want to ask y'all a question. Think about this. What does the Cleveland Indians, Chicago Blackhawks, Atlanta Braves, Kansas City Chiefs, and the Washington Redskins all have in common? No Native Americans and hella niggas. Yet they're over here on this side of town complaining about names and logos.
Skip, I believe it will. I believe it's just a matter of time now, because now they're starting to hit Daniel Snyder where it would potentially hurt. And that's in his back pocket. Now, he can be stubborn and bullheaded and try to and dismiss. Who needs an extra $150 million in advertising? But Skip, that's nothing to sneeze at. That gets people's undivided attention. And what Nike took down their merchandise, took it down off their website. As reported that 87 investment firms and shareholders worth a collective.
I'm sorry, y'all. I got to jump in real quick right here. This right here is dangerous. This type of Negro right here is dangerous. And I keep telling y'all, y'all give Y'all give these people too much credit on how you lost your land. Y'all give these so-called Europeans too much credit about how you lost your land. Y'all give these Native Americans too much credit with their little Indian story. But guess how it happens to you? Infiltration, sellouts, niggas they send your way that look like you. Look like you. Like this Negro sitting up here talking this shit as if he don't know. Like this Negro. These bought and paid for Negroes. These are dangerous Negroes. These are the people you have to teach your children about. You got to know them when you see them. You got to know them when you hear them. These type Negroes who know the truth and will still try to lead you to the slaughter. These type Negroes. Just pay attention to this Negro.
Will, I believe it's just a matter of time now, because now they're starting to hit Daniel Snyder where it would potentially hurt. And that's in his back pocket. Now, he can be stubborn and bullheaded and try to and dismiss. Who needs an extra $150 million in advertising? But Skip, that's nothing to sneeze at. That gets people's undivided attention. And what Nike took down their merchandise, took it down off their website. As reported that 87 investment firms and shareholders worth a collective $620 billion, Nike, FedEx, and PepsiCo said, look, they were asked that y'all need to terminate this because this is the only thing that's going to get his attention. And Skip, I believe Daniel Snyder it will not be a better time than what's right now. He can do it now with no problem, because the people that want him to hold on to that name, they was like, you know what? Given the climate and where we are right now, we understand. That's so much pressure.
True.
Now, I get it. There were polls in the 90s that said the Native Americans weren't offended by this, but there was a poll that...
Polls in the 2000s.
But here's one that just was conducted in February. 57% who strongly identify with being Native American and 67% who frequently engage in tribal cultural practices are deeply insulted by a caricature of the Native American culture.
Which could run deeper than just that nickname.
Exactly.
Now I'm sitting here listening to this brother Shannon Sharp. I mean, really spit some history right now, right? I have to ask myself, am I led to believe that this man in 2023, the age of information, is this misinformed when it comes to our people on this land? I mean, because he's going very hard to push for the change of the name of the Washington Redskins. He's saying it's offensive. Check this out. Now, I think we should dive into that, right? See, we are now in a time where you can't just make claims without any pushback. This is why it's called the age of information, the age of technology. So I think it would be very smart that we use our smartphones for things other than dumb things. Now, if we look into this, they say the term is offensive. Offensive to who? They say the logo is offensive. Offensive to who? I think it's very important that we take a look at someone who is from the area, who can tell you about Washington, D.C., aka Chocolate City. I mean, it's called Chocolate City for a reason, right? But let's take a look at what someone from the area, a native from the area, by the name of Frederick Douglass. Yeah, you know, the same Frederick Douglass Jermaine Shoemake, aka Dr. Umar Johnson, loves to say he's related to and loves to say he's an African. Well, let's listen to Frederick Douglass and see what he has to say about America and also the area that he's from, Chocolate City. Frederick Douglass was born in Cordova, Maryland, and that's right outside of Washington, D.C.
That's right outside of the area. Frederick Douglass is quoted saying,
speaking to me in soft, caressing tones and calling me his little Indian boy. He would have deemed him a kind old man. Frederick Douglass.
So, Frederick Douglass from Washington, D.C., from the Washington, D.C. area, the Chocolate City area, was called a Indian boy as he was growing up. He was called an Indian boy. Remember, this docuseries is 1968, Indian Civil Rights. Frederick Douglass was called an Indian boy growing up. He was also from the D.C. area, Chocolate City. Yeah, there's no presence of Native American Indians in that area. So what exactly are they protesting? Let's hear more of what Frederick Douglass had to say.
All this native land talk is nonsense. The native land of the American Negro is America. Frederick Douglass in 1894.
Now, who is the American Negro? Remember, there was a group of people on this land who were reclassified from Indian to Negro to colored to mulatto to African American to black. Keep that in mind as we try to figure out who were those Indians in 1968.
No matter how Pan-African they want to try to make Frederick Douglass be, Frederick Douglass is quoted as saying, "The native land of the American Negro is America. His bones, his muscles, his sinews are all American." Frederick Douglass. And I think he identifies as an American Negro. Let's continue.
Skip, you know what the problem is? You know why people don't want to give that nickname up? People that create something have a hard time being told not to use it. That's why people want to use the N-word, because they created it. Skip, do you think Native Americans ever called themselves Redskins? No. It's the people that invented the name that's holding on to it.
No, Mr. Shannon Sharp. Native Americans wouldn't go around calling themselves Redskin. Probably because they're not red, Mr. Shannon Sharp. They're not red. They're not red. But again, Mr. Shannon Sharp, you're doing your research, you're pulling up statistics. It's 2023, the age of information. I'm sure you have to hear your colleagues and people talking around you. I'm sure you have to run across circles of people who are telling you that they're the real American Indians of this land and not those Native Americans that you're defending right now, trying to help them erase us.
These four brothers sitting here, we didn't all come from Africa.
Black people are Native American.
I'm Chuck Berry.
Chuck Berry's a country and western singer.
This license says you Indian. You know who else he is? He's me.
Because we all not from Africa.
My roots are here. This is where I was raised. This is where I grew up in America.
Are you an Indian?
Yes.
Oh, really? These four brothers sitting here, we didn't all come from Africa.
Flavor Flav is a Native American too.
I'm not African. I'm American. I'm not African.
Indian?
Shinnecock Indian.
Comes from the Shinnecock Reservation, Eastern Long Island. And so does LL Cool J's family.
An Indian.
I'm an Indian.
Some of us was here, baby. We was already here. They want us to fucking leave our own homeland so that we can abandon it and they can fucking keep the shit. No. Yes.
I have Indian blood in me.
Got us up here thinking that all of us from Africa. I know I'm finna get ready to ruffle some feathers right now. I'm sorry, but my grandmother never told me we were from Africa. A lot of us are Indians, Black, Cherokee, Blackfoot Indians.
I'm geeky. We was already over here.
Everybody wasn't brought over from Africa. So, we have to, like you say, unpack all of that and try to, find the true lineage of people in this country, because some, I used to tease family members who would say, I got a little Indian in me. I would think they didn't want to be all the way black. But when I really do the research, a lot of them did have a little Indian in them.
We are the indigenous people to this land. Like this land, the pyramids here are hundreds of years older than the pyramids in Egypt. This was the new world to the people that just came over here.
This was our fucking land.
My tribal tattoo, I'm from, the Pamunkey tribe. And
I kind of figured that.
Yeah, he's
right.
Am I from you from the monkey tribe?
Am I from the Pamunkeys too?
No.
Okay, just a second.
It's native. It's a Native American tribe. But
now, how long did you know that?
For about maybe 4 years.
Okay, cool in the game.
So yeah.
That is waging war, not on Pan-African bullshit. They waging war on the Native of America.
Brother, if you were to walk into any mosque in America and you just laid your hands on the first person or the third person or the fifth person that you see, you realize that you're laying your hands on a Native American. There were only 8% of the slaves that came to America. So how is it that there are so many more people that they claim are black or African American? I think they got the numbers wrong, because a lot of Native Americans are the ones that they're counting as black folks too.
I used to tease family members who would say, I got a little Indian in me. I would think they didn't want to be all the way black. But when I really do the research, a lot of them did have a little Indian in them. So, it's one of those things where, we want to be counted on all levels, not just, through slave ships. Like I said, we were here before Columbus. So a lot of us, and so we want to make sure that's included and not excluded.
Glad you ain't Columbus did not discover, America when it was riding. You know what I mean?
Right.
It was the black man that seen it first. And
It was the black man land on Plymouth Rock.
Yeah.
Well,
Plymouth Rock.
100 years later, the Negro is still languished in the corners of American society and finds himself in exile in his own land.
It was black.
It's black, right. But blacks got Native American in us.
That's native.
Because I'm Indian.
And there was a country before 1492, and our history goes way beyond 1492. So you can't start us at 1492. We were always here.
I would hate to think, with all this research that you're up there doing and all these statistics that you're pulling, I would hate to think that you being from the deep south of Glenville, Georgia, where there's tribes like the Crow tribe, the Muskogee tribe, the Cherokee tribe, and I'm sure you know plenty Black Indians. I would really hate to think that you're just up there, as they would say, shucking and jiving for the Native Americans, helping to push the agenda for them. Because you're just too surrounded by too much information. And sir, that's kind of dangerous with the platform you have. Either way it goes, either if you just don't know at this point of time in life, when people are really being vocal and speaking out now about who they are on this land, or if you just don't care and you're just trying to help push the agenda of erasing us on this land. Either way, it's all bad. But I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt that you just don't know. But go ahead, let's continue.
Because before it was colonized was
indigenous.
So what was this? What happened, in your life that made you want to find your tribe or even think like that?
Yeah.
And then also, how do you find, when you say, I found my tribe, you know what I mean? How do you do that? Saying ancestor.
Can I find my tribe?
Yeah,
Yeah, you can. I'm gonna just say this. There are ways to reconnect to your history by just asking questions to your elders. They're walking libraries. You know what I mean? They have a lot of information and wisdom and knowledge to impart on us. But of course, we're out here living fast lives, so it's hard to sit down sometimes with your grandmother, your great grandmother, and it is. I'll say this: the phrase for 2022 on that I give to my brothers and sisters is "Find your tribe season." It's find your tribe season. It really is about reconnecting to your lineage and appreciating it. And when you find your identity, it's just you're not walking confused out here and trying to piece yourself together from other people's knowledge about who you are. Because there's a lot of false information about who we are as indigenous Black people.
Kyrie out of his damn mind. Kyrie loves everybody to think that he's such a deep thinker, that he's so philosophical, that he's gone out and he's found himself and he's so in touch. For him to make that change, forget the climate. It's the right thing to do. Whatever happened to doing the right thing? We forget the climate, forget the temperature of where we are in society at this current time. What about doing the right thing? Skip, I try to make it a habit. That since I've been on the air with you, I don't refer to that last name. I say Washington.
I mean, I just gotta say, I'm confused. Somebody who does as much research as this brother does, and he's from the deep roots of Georgia, where I'm talking about we got the Muskogee tribe, we got the Crow tribe, we got the Cherokee down there. And then if you look at an image of this brother next to the original American image, this guy looks just like the image. Yet he's talking about this, the Redskins, is offensive to the Native Americans, and they should change their name. Am I led to believe that you're that misinformed in this day and time? Can't be. Can't be. Can't be, sir. Can't be.
Just when I was getting ready to give you the benefit of the doubt that you possibly just don't know, then I had to think about it. You got too many people around you in your circle, too many people that I've shown on this clip alone that you know personally and are very vocal about who they are on this land. I just can't believe that you don't know. None of this information has crossed your desk and made you say, what are they talking about? What are they talking about? Let me look into this. But yet, we hear Kyrie Irving saying, talk to your family, find your tribe. Talk to your elders, find your tribe. And as much as you love your grandmother and speak about your grandmother, this is the same thing Kyrie is saying. Talk to your elders and your family. Talk to your family. Find out who you are on this land. There's a lot of misinformation out here, yet you pull out a stat sheet. Now I have to ask, where did you get those stats from? Shannon, did you get it from your grandmother? Did your grandmother give you those stats? Did your elder and your family give you those stats? Or did the people pushing the agenda to erase the reclassified American Indian Negro of North America, did they give you those stats to read on your big, huge platform, sir? See, Shannon, now I've got to side-eye you, sir. Because I often ask the question, and I often ask people to think. Ask yourself, how did you actually lose your land? I can almost guarantee you there were people who looked just like you who helped you lose your land. Think about that.
This man was a Hall of Famer crying to a nigga that could not make the varsity team. He called me a joke, but he's literally about to cry and praise a man that was playing in the annex building in the hot gym with no AC. I've never seen a gold jacket nigga. Ain't he a gold jacket brother? He's
the reason I'm showing y'all this part is because you have to pay attention to Negroes like this. That's why I added this part in, because I want you to pay attention to Negroes who know the truth and who will still try to push the agenda for other people. I refuse to believe this nigga don't know the truth. But I just want you to see it's these type of Negroes right here that will lead you to the slaughter.
He's a gold jacket brother. That means he's in an elite group. And he made this little pipsqueak punk ass white boy that could not make a varsity team look like a god. Like, oh my God, this nigga was so thankful. This nigga act like he ain't got no value. That, like, damn, you gave them something too, mother.
Shannon Sharp lying, but y'all believe everything Shannon Sharp say. Why? Because he said he got Hennessy in the Black and Mild. That's why y'all believe Shannon Sharp? Because he got Hennessy in the Black and Mild, and he can yell at Skip. I ain't got no beef with Shannon Sharp. No beef at all. But you said something that was wrong. So now I got to talk to you so we can get it right. But he don't want to talk because he's on the fence. I've been saying this for a long time about Shannon Sharp. Maybe this will get him to talk. Maybe this will get him to talk and get the real story and not tell it from their side.
Thank you to the makeup artist. I want to thank you to the security. I want to thank the person that took out the trash. I want to thank the building people for turning on the AC. I want to thank Skip. Before I thank you, Skip, I want to thank all the stylists, the makeup artists. You want makeup? This nigga thanked the whole damn arena. I don't get it. You are a Hall of Famer. You brought something to the table. I would have said, thank you guys for having me. Thank you to the network. I'm going to miss my colleagues, but I'm out this. And how you end up crying over Skip Bayless, and Skip Bayless disrespected the hell out of you. Like, let's listen to this, y'all. Let's listen to.
He's way better than you were. I'm better than you. Skip, what did that got to see what you do? You take personal shots. No, I don't take personal shots. You started it. Time out. You would take a personal shot at me. I didn't take a personal shot at you. Wait a minute. What are you talking about? You would take a personal. Put your glasses back on. I didn't take a personal shot at you. Wait a minute. What are you talking about? You would take a personal. Put your glasses back on. You would take a personal. Put your glasses back on.
Get them glasses back on. Get them glasses back on, nigga. Yeah. You gotta watch them type of niggas. Now, I'm about to end this, but I want to take y'all into this video right here. Okay. I'm gonna take y'all into this video, and this is what kind of pissed me off earlier. So let me pull this video up. Dealing with the same situation. I want y'all to really listen, though. I really want y'all to listen to what we're dealing with, though. Okay, so let's go to this video. Shout out to Nate the lawyer. I ran across this on his channel and I was just getting off work. And ran across this video. And I was like, whoa, I gotta go do a live about this because this is crazy. All right. I'm pulling it up right now, y'all. Give me 1 second. Our voices are being heard, y'all. Our voices are definitely being heard. People know who we are, but they still trying to play in our face. So let's watch this. Let me pull it up. Let me show y'all how they still try. Now, I showed y'all that video for a reason, because that was 2 years ago. We did that video in the Ourstory docuseries, because I told y'all I told y'all it was coming. I told y'all those were not the Native Americans complaining about those logos. Those were white folks in them tribes complaining about them logos and about these Indian names. Because those logos don't look like them white folks, nor do they look like them Native Americans. But let's check this out. I told y'all it was coming though. I told y'all it's too many of us speaking up now. And there's pushback now about who the real Indians are of this land, who are the real indigenous people of this land, the Aboriginals. There's a pushback now. Now you got to take this information outside. Now you got to take this information somewhere outside and put it in their face outside. It's cool. The debating online is cool. They still teaching this shit to our children in school, though. They still teaching this shit to our children in school. Now you got to walk outside and push back. But you got to come together to do it. We got to come together to do it. There has to be a presence. Your tribe, my tribe, our tribe. We got to come together and do it. They know who we are. What are we going to do about it? It was about 10 or 15 of these motherfuckers out there protesting. But 10 or 15 of them obviously outweighed 0 of us showing up to push back. You know how many of us could have showed up in DC on them 15 people? But guess who didn't show up? And guess who had their name changed? Let's go.
Headline from the New York Post: Unerasing Redskins history, one small defeat for America's woke Stalinist. Remember, the name Redskin was deemed to be offensive by some people. So let's figure out what's going on.
Now remember, 2 years ago I asked, offensive to who? Nigga, we call each other red. We call each other red, right? So who is it offensive to? You have to make these things make sense. If the name of the team was called Redskins, the people of the land called themselves red. The soil down here is red. What's it offensive to? Probably some people that ain't red. Probably.
Okay, so just a quick overview of what's happening. There's an NFL team here in the United States called the Washington Commanders. They were formerly known as the Washington Redskins for about 80 years. Then some activists decided that the word Redskin was offensive.
Look at him. He don't look nothing like that logo. But this who they put out front. It's really the white folks. But this who they put out front. Listen to what they say, y'all.
Because in the dictionary, Redskin was defined as an offensive term.
It's a dictionary-defined offensive racial epithet. You shouldn't be using that to sell a national sports team to America or to the rest of the world.
He's referring to the Merriam-Webster Dictionary's definition of redskin, which
American Indian. Redskin. American Indian. There were some American Indians reclassified on this land, and we still call ourselves red. We still refer to ourselves as red. Offensive to who, y'all?
says it's usually offensive.
So some polls were taken, and astonishingly, like 75% of the country was in favor of keeping the Washington Redskins name as the Redskins.
75% of the country was in favor of keeping the team's name. If this is our land, we were the people found here, we probably outnumber everybody. 75% of the country didn't find the name offensive, y'all. Listen to them. That's us speaking. We don't find that shit offensive. We don't find that shit offensive. 75% of the country in their poll didn't find it offensive.
Poll this year showed 4 out of 5 Americans don't think the Redskins' name should be changed.
4 out of 5 don't think the name should be changed. Listen, y'all, this sounds like us.
And there was one poll which asked Native Americans specifically about it, taken almost a decade ago. That survey showed 9 out of 10 Native Americans were not bothered by the name.
Now, you would think this wouldn't be an issue, right?
9 out of 10 Native Americans. 9 out of 10 Native Americans didn't find it offensive. I told y'all, this some white folks. The Native Americans know. This wasn't about them. That team wasn't about them. That logo wasn't about them. The Native Americans wasn't even protesting this shit. I told y'all, it's the white folks. It's the colonizers that's trying to get in them native tribes. It's the colonizers. It's not even the Native Americans. They're blaming it on the Native Americans. They're blaming it on the natives. But the natives is like, nigga, we ain't got no problem with that shit. We ain't tripping on that shit. But they're throwing the Native Americans under the bus.
10 Native Americans don't think it's an issue. But we live in a woke world, and...
Hi, I'm JT, and I made Result Hunter, the search engine for...
Hundreds of people gathered to...
Look at that person. Look who's protesting. Who is that? What say do they have in D.C.? Where's this person from? Probably out west somewhere. Somewhere probably like a place like Montana or some shit. I don't know. But I'm sure it ain't no Montana Native Americans complaining about that Negro Indian on that helmet, right? Let's see.
Protest on Thursday night outside the Minneapolis Metrodome as the hometown Minnesota Vikings hosted the Washington Redskins. The protesters object to the nickname Redskins, calling it racist and disrespectful. The team's owner says the name won't be changed and calls it a badge of honor. A group of Native American students from Minneapolis disagrees.
Our ancestors, they were slaughtered, they were scalped, and we don't want to be remembered by that.
Who is that? And what are we talking to them for? About the Washington Redskins? Who are these people? Who is this? And why are we talking to them about our DC name? Our DC people? Our DC tribe? Why are we talking to these people? Who are these people? TPs didn't own. Out west didn't roam. Fried bread. Hell no. Soul food. Let's go. Who is these people? Why are we talking to them? Why do we care? Why? That's all I'm asking.
I find it disrespectful for Native Americans to be getting treated this way.
Saying that it's an honor for us, it's really not. It needs to be changed.
6 members of the Minneapolis City Council recently sent a letter to the team's owner and to NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell, calling the team nickname and mascot racist.
Yeah, 9 out of 10 Native Americans don't have a problem with the name. More than 75% of Americans are cool with the name.
Hey, come on, listen to this. Something's not adding up here, y'all. Something's not adding up. They're doing a poll where 9 out of 10 Native Americans are saying they don't have a problem with the team name. 75% of the country is saying they don't have a problem with the name. This sounds like these are some YT folks pushing a narrative. Because it sounds like the Native Americans is staying in their lane. And they like, hey, yeah, we ain't tripping on that, man. Like, y'all tripping. Y'all messing with them folks' teams and their names. That's kind of what the Native Americans are saying. But the white folks is trying to push the Native Americans out front. Yeah, go out there and protest about this shit. We'll throw you a little something. We'll come see you on the reservation. Go out. We need you to go out there and protest about that name. We only need about 10 of y'all, because ain't no niggas gonna come out and protest against you. Don't worry about the niggas. They're not coming. They online fighting with each other. Trust me.
But again, it was like, hold on, we don't like the name, so it's racist. Like the 9 out of 10 Native Americans don't even think it's racist, but they think this is insano stuff. But now the logo of the Washington Redskins was deemed racist. But the people who were deeming it racist didn't realize that it was Native American tribes who.
Well, how would, if this was them, because we're going to get into this shit right here. If this was about them, how wouldn't they know? How wouldn't the Native Americans know that this was created after one of their own? Something's not adding up here, y'all. There's a narrative being pushed. Somebody's trying to insert themselves over here on this East Coast into your story. Somebody's trying to insert themselves. Well, maybe they're being forced to insert themselves. Sounds like those white people are trying to force the Native Americans to push a narrative. Now, you're going to tell me you find this so offensive that you didn't know that this was supposed to have been created behind one of your own? I smell cap. I smell cap. And I feel like until we get out here or we make some noise and push back about this shit, they're going to keep trying to push this little narrative. We got to let them know, nah, we know the reason y'all brought that name back. Let's keep going.
American tribes who came up with the whole concept. Here's how the logo for the Washington Redskins came into existence.
In 1971, Walter Blackie Wetzel, the Blackfeet tribal chairman and former
Blackie Wetzel? Who? Blackie? God. Hey, y'all. Y'all. That nigga name is Blackie Wetzel. Y'all. I can't make this shit up, but this is who the logo was supposed to have been created after or some shit. Well, let's go. Let's listen to this shit, because I found some shit very interesting about how this little logo and bullshit came about behind Blackie Wetzel.
Blackie Wetzel, the Blackfeet tribal chairman and former president of the National Congress of American Indians, met with the Washington Redskins organization to urge the team to change the R logo on the helmet. With blessings from tribal leaders, Walter Blackie Wetzel brought photos from the Blackfeet.
Hey man, why is they over here trying to tell us how to dress? Why is they trying to dress us? Hey man, take that hat off. Yeah, take that hat off. We don't want y'all to wear that hat. How is y'all trying to tell us how to dress? Yeah, I don't like that R on your helmet. Nigga, who is you? Who is you? Blackie? Blackie? We don't know you. Nigga, this how we look in DC. Yeah, some nigga named Blackie came over here talking about complaining about the way we wear the R on our hat. This nigga Blackie. This the nigga causing trouble for the real American Indians. Some nigga named Blackie.
Walter Blackie Wetzel brought photos from the Blackfeet Nation located in northwest Montana.
Whoa!
And the image.
Whoa, wait a minute. Where y'all located at? Who? Where was they located at, chat? Hold on. Where they say Blackie then was from? Blackie. Where you from, Blackie?
Of the Blackfeet Nation located in northwest Montana.
Who? Them ain't say Montana, huh? These niggas ain't, these the niggas, these Montana ass niggas, these TP niggas is protesting about Chocolate City. Them niggas came from Montana to DC to protest about what we look like, how we wear our clothes. Some nigga named Blackie Wetzel. Are we serious? Them niggas came from my TPs, didn't own out west, didn't wrong. Hey nigga, what y'all doing over here? What y'all doing over here? Who is this Blackie nigga over here telling us how to dress? Blackie Wetzel from Montana, nigga. Montana. Telling us about Chocolate City. Telling us about the East Coast where these niggas ain't from, where their story didn't take place. If this ain't indigenous erasure, I don't know what is. Some nigga named Blackie. Some nigga named Blackie from fucking motherfucking Montana. Who the fuck lives in Montana, nigga? Who lives there? And why these niggas look Asian? Who the fuck lives in Montana? And why does Montana have some shit to say about DC? See what I'm saying, y'all?
Of the Blackfeet Nation located in northwest Montana, and the image of
who is this nigga? So y'all gonna try to we ain't ever seen this nigga in DC. We don't know this nigga either. Y'all went and try to find a nigga that look close to this logo. Fuck out of here, man. Fuck out of here.
Chief Two Guns Whitecap was most admired, and the enduring Redskins logo was born. A logo based after a real person out of respect for the Native American community. Chief Two Guns also served as the model for the U.S. Indian head nickel minted in 1913. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Walter Blackie Wetzel's son, Lance Wetzel, and grandson, Ryan Wetzel.
Hey, check this out, y'all. Check this out. Let's just connect some dots right quick. If we can pull up money showing us copper-skinned people of the land, which was down here in the South. If we could pull up money, currency that was used with our people on the currency, the Confederate money, and this money was dealing with us down here in this area. How the fuck is this nigga from Montana calling shots over here in this chocolate area? How do a nigga named Blackie Wetzel and Chief Two-Tone White Boy from Montana call some shots over here in our area where we can actually pull up money and show we were the people of the land and we had our faces on money, and they put some Blackie Wetzel White, Chief Two-Tone White face nigga on a nickel. And they got the nerve to come disturb our peace of who we are over here on this East Coast and in this deep South. We don't go incorporate ourselves out there in Montana in their stories. We don't add ourselves into their stories out there. We don't run around jumping in and out of TPs and shit. We ain't, nigga, we ain't doing none of that shit. We let them have that shit. We let them have too much. That's why the fuck they getting all our benefits right now. This again is what pissed me off, because we don't have no presence outside. We're not coming together to face off with these motherfuckers, man. And though our voices are being heard, they still playing in our face. We ain't outside nowhere. Our children ain't outside saying who they are. Our children ain't standing up in them classrooms saying that ain't us. And that's a lie. Our children, because our children are still being fed that information. We not outside showing our children who we are. Because guess who gonna fall in line when they see their mamas and their daddies and their grandparents outside protesting against these niggas, counter-protesting against these niggas, saying who we are? Guess who's going to have those memories? Oh no, I was with my grandparents when they was fighting for the Washington Redskins team, when they were fighting to get the Cleveland Indians name back and the team back, when they was fighting for Chief Wahoo and yeah. When they fought to keep the Atlanta Braves, when they fought to keep the Kansas City Chiefs where we are. Them Florida Seminoles down there. I was with my parents and their friends and the neighbors, and I remember we went to school and we faced off with our teachers, and you see what I'm saying? It's sad that our children have to hear this shit from their favorite rappers before they hear it from you. I don't have a huge voice, but some of y'all got huge voices and y'all not even talking to the children. Y'all not even talking to the babies. Y'all not even interacting with the babies. I'm trying just to do my part and reach who I can reach. I'm trying so much to the point that some of y'all I have reached out to, and I have had people reach out to you, some of y'all that I have actually bumped heads with. I have actually reached out to y'all or had people to try to reach out to you so we can put our little differences to the side and possibly get you interviewed on this project that I'm trying to create for our babies and for some people who just need some simple gaps closed in their journey of who they are. And some of y'all won't even respond to me, which is cool. But you can never say I didn't try. There's people right here in my chat that know I tried to reach out to some of y'all biggest indigenous creators to say, hey man, listen, I don't have no problem with you. There's a bigger picture out there that we have to paint for our babies. There's a bigger fight out there that we have to come together and paint for our babies. This is the project I'm working on. We can put our differences to the side, and I don't mind you being a part of this project if you don't mind being a part of this project. But some of y'all are still in y'all egos, man, to the point that y'all ignore me. And I'm totally fine with that. Because the universe is going to universe. It's going to show who's real. It's going to show who's fake. It's going to show who's here for what. It's going to show who's real, who's here to do what. I came in trying to set examples. I do a lot, man. I'm talking about just in my life. I haven't been able to be outside like I was when I first came in. You know what I'm saying? Because of the way I work. I travel when I work. I'm doing different things. So I haven't even been able to get into the docuseries of season 2 how I want to. I've been interviewing. I haven't been able to really edit the docuseries like I want to because I work. I take care of a family. I haven't been able to get outside, feed the homeless, the community. I haven't been able to do any more events at this time because I do a lot. And again, I am not funded by the government. My organization is not funded by the government. And I don't sit up here and get cash apps every day. I can barely get you niggas to come here and see what I'm talking about. I don't ask for cash apps. I don't beg for cash apps. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of y'all is getting high off the people, getting rich off the people, getting paid off the people. And we have nothing to show for nothing. We're not putting anything worth anything together. Some of y'all have to this day have never come outside to even show the people, your appreciation for them helping to build you. You haven't even came outside to this day and shook anybody's hand, hugged anybody's neck. Just let the people know that you're not a fraud and you're not here just to make money off the people. I don't make no money off the people, and I've been to many communities. And I do these things to lead by example. I do these things to lead by example. I do these things to actually show the people that I care about them. I do these things to show my people that I'm not afraid of my people. I cross state lines. It's a fact. It's a fact. I never asked nobody for nothing. Never took nothing from nobody. None of y'all. Never took nothing from y'all. I just wanted y'all to understand that I'm not no fake nigga. You've never seen me caught up in any drama that wasn't warranted. It was usually me being attacked or me defending the people. And a lot of times I had to stand by myself in doing it. There were so many times I know a lot of y'all sat back and watched and said, oh, this is going to be the time. This is it right here. They're going to get him here. Oh, he going up against this person. Oh, and guess what? Damn near everybody I bumped heads with, I'm still here. Some of those people I've squashed those beefs with. Some of those people I showed y'all that they're slime balls right amongst you. And I'm still here. No smut on my name, nothing on my rep, no accusations against me, no accusations of me harming children, protecting child harmers, no accusations of me taking from anybody, nobody, even when people tried to put that on me. When I offered to straighten my hand, nobody came forward to say, hey, he took from me. Because it ain't happening. So I'm just trying to show by example, man. Like I'm trying to show we had to put these differences to the side. There were some people who were here, right here in Atlanta, that I bumped heads with. They were just here. We were supposed to have hooked up. We didn't hook up, but the purpose was, while they were here, I wanted them to understand that I ain't got no beef with you. There's a bigger picture out there. So if we can link up, we can put our beef to the side and we can get on this docuseries. There's some people who had talked about doing documentaries in this community that I said, hey, if it's for the bigger picture, I'll put my beef to the side with you right now and I'll help you with your documentary. That's how much, I watch people who won't hook up with me. And I'm going to tell y'all the truth. And I'm going to end this. I just wanted to show y'all what was going on with this them bringing back the Washington Redskins name. I just wanted to show y'all how y'all voices are being heard, but we still not outside. We still not coming together. We still not doing anything. We're not making the information work for us in real time. I'm going to get ready to go, but I just wanted to show y'all, like, I really love y'all, man. I really love our people, man. And I don't have the answers to everything. I don't have the answers to everything. But at some point, we have to start moving forward. And I have no problem following a real leader. I have no problem following a real leader that I see is putting in the work. Because guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to try to attach myself to that leader. And I'm going to try to help that leader where I can help that leader. Whether it's big, whether it's small. That's who I am. I have no problem being a follower of a real leader. I just think sometimes you should look at who you're around and who you're attaching yourself with. Sometimes you just got to get what you can get and just recognize who you're dealing with. I don't think there's no way that I could have been around y'all for all this time, have blown up, became very popular, and I have never pulled up. I have never pulled up to shake none of y'all hands. I have never done an event with y'all. Never came outside to meet any of y'all. I think that's interesting. And I just ask why. I just, you have your reasons. But one thing y'all know, I'm not scared of y'all. I'm not intimidated by y'all. I'm not afraid. Listen, if it's my time to go, it's gonna be my time to go. If one of you decides to meet me in another city somewhere where you know I'm gonna be at, and you decide to be the crab ass nigga to take my life because of whatever reason, because I ain't did nothing to nobody. So it would be very interesting to know the reason you took my life. It would just be my time to go. It would just be my time. But many of you, I have met many of you outside of the internet, and we have done real things together, and we have had real conversations together. And some of you have brought me into your homes. Some of you have brought me into your communities and showed me what you have going on. I've been to farms. I've been to companies. I sat and ate in people's homes. And I have broke bread with some of y'all. And some of y'all have broke bread with me. Some of y'all, I have shown up to your events. It wasn't even my event. First thing I ask is, how can I help? It's not even my events. On more than 2 occasions, people can tell you that when they saw me or even met me, I was moving tables, fixing stages, bringing wood, helping organize something. That's not my event. But because I want to see us win, if you win, I win. If there's children here at this event, I want them to be safe. If there's women here at this event, I want to know they're safe because I want this to go over well. So with that being said, y'all, I'm getting ready to get out of here, but I just wanted to show y'all how we're at a point where our voices are being heard. They're definitely being heard. But our babies got to know how to go into this war. And they got to have some tools. Who's leading? Who's leading? Who's leading? What are y'all doing? When y'all do y'all events, are y'all bringing the babies out? Are y'all thinking, how can I teach our babies? Are y'all thinking on that level? Or do y'all just feel like it's not important enough? Because you can always hook up later with your people that you teach online. You can always hook up later with the adults. I'm just trying to figure out, when we're gone, what did we leave the babies? What do we leave them babies when we're gone? I try to show y'all by example that I'd really be outside with my family. I'd really be outside with my family. You feel what I'm saying? I don't have time to play, man. Like, I really want y'all to see I really be outside with my family. And this stuff that I talk to y'all about, my family be right here online. You don't hear my family pushing back on me about this shit I talk. They don't push back on me. They don't push back on me, man. Like, this is my family, man. So you don't hear many of your people from online. You don't really hear them showing their families and bringing their families on. I got some of my families that be meeting up with other countries. Some of my blood family be out here linking up with some of your favorite content creators. And they're my blood cousins, my real blood cousins. My real blood cousins hooking up with some of your favorite YouTubers. You feel what I'm saying? That's just what my family own. That's because we got love for this shit, man. So with that being said, y'all, I'm about to get out of here. We got to get outside, man. And we got to start informing these babies. Start changing y'all information up. Or I ain't going to say change it up. Just start adding in some things that people can show their children. We be too high over these children's head, man. The real shit, man. We gonna do it, man. I'm with y'all, man. I just wanted y'all to know y'all voices are being heard. That's why that shit's going on in Washington, D.C. But they still trying to play in our face, y'all. Peace.
Hey, welcome to our land and our home, and we know it is America. Copper color complected, we the world's most beautiful people. We loyal to the soil, autogenous, we indigenous, North American Indians. And we them aboriginals, we the vibe, we the code, we the wave, we the heartbeat of the planet, the world copies and pays. We them Indians, they hate us, they try but they can't erase us. Except the fact that they just knock off, go back and just imitating us. We the game, we the sound, we the drill, yeah, we the culture. We done stood through the worst of everything, yeah, we some soldiers. Ain't no secrets about them plots and agendas made to destroy us. Still we stand on our sacred land, you better know it, America. Hate us or love us, we them Indians. Your opinions and feelings about us make no difference. Loyal to the soil, attachedness, we indigenous, North American, aboriginal, on track, yeah, we them Indians. Hate us or love us, we them Indians. Your opinions and feelings about us make no difference. Loyal to the soil, attachedness, we indigenous, North American, aboriginals, on track, yeah, we them Indians. This is my family. This is my family. We them Indians, North America. This is my family. This is my family. We them Indians, North America. Attachedness to the soil, yeah, we were made in it. Half authentic, ain't shade of us, born and raised with it. Original to this land, yeah, we came with it. And for the longest of identities, we let y'all play with it. Been trying to trick us off our land, but we stayed, nigga. That shit only work for them gullible, monkey brain niggas. Dashikis made in China, obsessed to be slave niggas. Look, we ain't them and ain't us, we ain't the same niggas. Quit trying to force us to be Africans, cause we ain't, nigga. And I ain't finding y'all are conscious from what they say, nigga. Allegedly, they look at y'all like y'all some lame niggas. Trying to force them folk to accept something y'all ain't, nigga. Make it make sense to me. How y'all be so enlightened? It is your own blood, nigga. But go hard for whitey. Granny ain't never called you a monkey, but that white man did. You get your own grandma for that white man shit. America forever, yeah, in my blood it lives. Y'all Wakanda forever, niggas be on some other shit. I'm an Indian nigga, that shit I'll never get. I'm an Alabama rooted, chop chop, real Cleveland Indian. Fuck what them niggas talking about, fuck what they feeling. I ain't about to go back and forth with no monkey ass niggas. I ain't debating my bloodline. with some fuck niggas on land. I'm an Indian and that's how I'm gon' die, yeah. Fuck what them niggas feeling and fuck what they saying. Fuck y'all opinions, y'all emotion, all that Indian hate. Fuck how y'all feel about us, how y'all feel it still ain't gon' change it. No matter times, no matter how hard you say it. When y'all finish, we'll still be Indians. Haters to love us, we them Indians. Your opinions and feelings, balance make no difference. Loyal to the soil, indigenous. We indigenous, North American, Aboriginals on tribe. Yeah, we them Indians. Haters to love us, we them Indians. Your opinions and feelings, balance make no difference. Loyal to the soil, indigenous. We indigenous, North American, Aboriginals on tribe. Yeah, we them Indians.
Dirty South, Southeast, Midwest, my piece, up top, down deep, East Coast, Northeast, copper skin, gold teeth, good green, good eats, cornrows, roll neat, big mama, big chief, still here, ain't gone, told lies, lied on, done dirty, done wrong, Jim Crow shit, niggas ain't fold, our land, our home, leave where, ain't going, big bricks, up north, down south, red soil, real tears, real fears, cards stacked, cards hid, games played, snakes near, Coattail Pro, leaders got killed, shotguns, big house, red clay, big mounds, cornbread, being fed, red bones, dark browns. This is for the tribes I know, copper tone strong, all my folks, prisoners of war, identity, change name, gon' land stone. This is for the home of the brave, this is for the land of the free, this is for them real Indians, past to the present looking like me. This is for the tribes I know, copper tone strong, all my folks, prisoners of war, identity, change name, gon' land stone. This is for the home of the brave, this is for the land of the free, this is for them real landlords, past to the present looking like me. Landlords, big and small, Seminoles, Chickasaws, Choctaws, Cherokees, all tribes in between. His story been wrong, our story getting told. No ships, no boats, been here, been home. TPs didn't own, out west didn't roam. Fried bread, hell no. Soul food, that's gold. Raw truths unfold, our story rewrote. Our land, our home, leave where, ain't going. This is for the tribes I know, copper tone strong, all my folks, prisoners of war, identity, change name, gon' let stone. This is for the home of the brave, this is for the land of the free, this is for them real Indians, past to the present looking like me. This is for the tribes I know, copper tone strong, all my folks, prisoners of war, identity, change name, gon' let stone. This is for the home of the brave, this is for the land of the free, this is for them real landlords, past to the present looking like me.